What up, y'all? Josh and EC here once again with another quality video.
So as y'all can tell by today's title, we are bringing you guys another uncut, uncensored Q&A. It's been a long time since we did this. I feel like the last time we did it was like Vlogmas type energy, and obviously a whole bunch of things has changed. So we asked you guys on our Instagram stories this week, I don't know if it was yesterday or 2 days ago, either way, and y'all gave us tons of questions. Y'all want that tea. So we screenshotted a lot.
Baby, that's like 50.
The people, I'm trying to get the people what they want.
I can't see what the timestamp for this is.
I don't know
but
if you guys can see. Those are all screenshots from questions. So I don't know if we're going to get to all of them, but you know.
We're going to do our best. And if it's an hour-long video, you're welcome.
Yeah, pretty much. I know you'll enjoy it. So, I don't know. You want to start?
Oh, gosh. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and get into it.
We should crack the windows a little bit.
Just a little?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
We made a whole location change and everything for y'all. Y'all would have saw how many places we went to.
We literally tried out 1,000 different places as to like where we would go for this video.
We made it to the lakefront.
We did. We made it to the lakefront. So now we're looking at ocean views or lake views.
Man, I swear this is an ocean.
It's a lake.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's start it off.
You got the first one?
Question.
What?
Where is Nomicius? We haven't seen him since Vlogmas.
Ciao.
Y'all, Nomicius doesn't like the heat. He's definitely back at the pole with Mr. and Mrs. Claus. He's there part-time. He will be back though. He said he's sliding back.
He will be back. That's period.
He said he's sliding back from Vlogmas, but he is definitely.
We do have to pick him up pretty soon though.
Yeah, he's coming to visit.
Yeah, he'll visit soon.
He's definitely coming to visit. So.
AKA, we gotta move Josh out his apartment like in 2 weeks.
Yeah, real facts.
Yeah, so
real facts.
That's the truth.
That's the real facts.
Yeah, so that's where he's at. He's a holiday special, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess we can sneak peek him every once in a while. Y'all really love Nomicius.
Yeah, I really gave him life.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
All right, I think it's a we. I'll give it to you. You found him. We're not even gonna do this next. Give me this. Okay. What is a place you want to travel to that you've never been before? We want to go so many places.
Dubai.
I was gonna say Bali.
Seychelles.
Them hanging gardens.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh! What, you see a bug?
I see a lot of bugs.
Okay, let's end that now.
Yeah, crush that. You see that? Yeah.
They tried it.
They tried it.
Okay, babe, focus. So you said Seychelles, Dubai, Bali. I'm sure Maldives and Bora Bora. Like
I haven't been to Africa, so I want to go to Africa too.
Yeah, I want to go back there.
We have a lot of traveling to do.
Yeah.
The second we start getting in the motion of things and some of these ventures that we are going on start to come through, we're traveling like big time.
Period. What
is one thing you both had to work on individually for your relationship to flourish?
Woo! There's a lot of things we both had to work on.
Woo!
I would say my main thing that I still have not perfected but gotten way better at. It ties into like learning to apologize and stuff like that. But ultimately, I never realized how prideful I was until I got with you. My pride, because I wouldn't even say it's really my ego. It's just my pride really stunted our relationship's growth for a while, I feel like. And it was just a matter of me, like, and that's why I tied like apologizing into it. That's just one aspect, but it can be other little petty things, you know, that sometimes I feel like I could back down on. Or recently, how you were telling me I was being difficult, and I just got like it was my pride that wouldn't be like, dang, you're right, all right, let me chill out. The prideful EC is like, no, I know I'm being difficult, but I'm gonna keep being difficult because he just tried to call me out on being difficult. Like, that is toxic to me. A toxic trait that I'm still, again, trying to work on mastering, but it was way worse in the beginning. So, yeah, that's me.
I think something that I needed to work on, which, to be honest, I'm sort of in my bag now, is emotional maturity.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
I think I'm like hella in my bag now. But in the beginning of the relationship, I think for... I want to say like maybe the first 2 years, to be honest, potentially 3, even maybe, you know what? This is a growing process.
Yes,
This is new.
yes.
This is definitely a growing process now that I think about it. But like, I had to work on one, recognizing what my emotions were, like what was happening within myself.
Yeah.
Because for a long time I didn't know what to identify it as, so I just categorized it as either anger or happiness. It's one of the two. It was never anything in between. But like, now I'm very conscious of like my emotions, the power of my emotions, how to express them.
That's why you be saying you created a monster now.
She
When he
created
be
a monster.
telling me about myself or how he feels or how I made him feel, he's like, you did this.
Yeah. Every time she's like, she gets upset that I bring my emotions to...
I don't get upset.
You don't get upset, but like, you know, you feel some type of way when someone's reading you.
Yes.
And like, I emotionally read her sometimes.
Yep.
And she'll be like, oh. Like, yeah, you created this monster. You asked for it. You got it. So I think that's something that I think if all guys could like really
Learn
hone in on
emotional
emotional maturity.
And intelligence, though.
I think emotional intelligence and emotional maturity, like...
Would you say they're different?
No, I think they're sort of one and the same, but not only do they have to recognize it, but they have to use their powers for good. Because you could be emotionally, you know, like, intelligent and use that for
manipulation and
for
stuff.
manipulation.
True. Okay. Well, I don't want to cut you off.
No, that's... Yeah.
We got a lot to answer.
Yeah.
All right. What's your wedding theme / colors? You want to share it with them? Well, I don't think we need to touch on the theme. I don't even feel like we have a theme. Because, you know, some people do Renaissance. My, like, manager is doing Bridgerton, the Netflix show, like, theme. Like, that's her wedding's theme.
Whoa, wow.
So people do themes. I don't feel like we have a theme yet, but we do have colors.
We do have colors.
What, you want to say it?
Let's go ahead and tell them.
Okay.
So we are planning on doing, like...
Damn near what I'm wearing.
Yeah, basically nude monochromatic colorway.
Nude, chocolate, like... I feel like it screams black love.
I don't know. Every time I've seen it, it gives me this vibe or energy. So I'm like, yo, I really think that's what I want to go for. And I feel like the bridesmaids and the groomsmen...
Don't go into detail. You about to go into detail?
No, just seeing them in that colorway.
Okay.
I'm not going to give details to all the other things that we talk about, but like, I think seeing that colorway...
It's going to be powerful.
It's going to be powerful.
Yeah.
And if anybody else takes that, just know this video is on record.
Period. That's true. That is true.
Because I know people be jocking, trying to slide and beat your teeth.
Not to say we invented these colors or whatever, but you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, sometimes people be like, oh, I like that. And then, like, now they want to then they want to say we copy.
Right. No. Okay. Your turn.
How do you not get tired of being with your partner 24/7?
Oh my gosh. So this actually has come up a couple times recently, just in conversation with me and you, I feel like. And what we tie it to is like our friendship. Genuinely, most of the time, I would say about 80% of our interaction with each other is very like, that's the homie, that's my best friend type energy. I don't want to say 80, maybe, you know, but do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So when people, because we really do spend all our time together pretty much. We're business partners, we're lovers, we're best friends, you know, so. There's
very rare instances where we're separated. And I think the only times we are is like, well, if one of my homies is in town or like I want to hang out with my homies.
Or if I want to hang out with my girls.
Yeah, if she wants to hang out with the girls or her mom or something like that. Like, okay, yeah, that time. But most of the other time, if I'm doing something,
it's more than likely, yeah. Like, I don't know how to explain it. I really think that our friendship is what makes it not feel like, oh, I feel like claustrophobic with my partner. Some people can't spend this much time together like this. But
I genuinely feel like comfortable in your like, I don't know. I feel like in a relationship for a relationship to truly be like, you can be around each other, quality, like around each other all the time. I really feel like, yeah, I need to genuinely want to spend time with them consistently. Because
like the pandemic didn't hit us hard in the sense where some people are like, oh, we're spending more time together and I didn't, blah, blah, blah. Like that was something that we really enjoyed because like your job at that time being a Pavado manager was taking so much time from us just being able to kick it.
When they shut everything down, I think we were more so like, dope. We get to spend more time
we were
together.
Excited about that. So, and I will say though, like, because I think there's another question somewhere in here that we're going to end up touching on, but the 24/7 thing, yes, for the most part, we are always together, but we do naturally gravitate to our own corners and have our own time sometimes, too. I don't want y'all to think like we're like this all day, every day, attached to the hip. Like, if he wants to go make his beats, or if I want to go work on self-care, or, like, we have our own individual brands, too. So, you know, we spend our time apart, but majority of our time is spent together, and I think it's because we just genuinely enjoy each other's company. You know, so
it's like really fun being together. I don't know. I can't talk about other people's relationships because I don't know what's going on in the relationship. But I just know the reason why I want to be around her 24/7 is, one, I feel so comfortable in her space. Like, even in silence, I feel super comfortable. So it's like, okay, I genuinely enjoy being around your energy and the fact that she's a good time.
Thank you.
You down for the cause, man. If I'm trying to go jumping off a building, bungee jumping, I feel like you right behind me.
It just is what it is. So, yeah. Okay. What is your ideal life when you're ready to settle down?
Big house, bigger fence.
Bigger fence.
Big house, bigger fence.
Decently sized family.
Decent sized family.
For sure, financial freedom.
Financial freedom with a very decent backyard. And I need a squishy room.
When you're ready to settle down.
Yeah, there will be a squishy room.
Sorry, y'all. We had camera issues.
Camera died, man. We gotta get a better camera.
We do. That's something with the ideal life. We'll have better quality equipment and
capturing,
stuff.
Yeah.
No, but all seriousness, ready to settle down. I would say too, the business ventures that we have plans for will be launched by then.
Yeah.
And when we're ready to settle down and stuff. Because ultimately, the main goal right now is just to create so many streams of income that start to develop that financial freedom for us and generational wealth and all of that, that when we're ready to start settling down, having a family, possibly building a house, stuff like that, we'll be good.
Yeah. The name of the game at that point will be strictly investing. I think that's where we want to get. But right now we're building enough streams of income,
and
or
capital.
at least trying to build enough streams of income and capital to get to that point of where, like, investing can fund our life. So that's...
Yeah.
That's that. Yeah. You guys have been together a long time. Yeah, we really have. I was searching through our photos. We've been together a minute. How do you keep the spark alive and not get bored?
Y'all are gonna get annoyed with me probably saying this in this video, but I really feel like it ties back into the friendship. But also, to me, constantly investing in your partner does mean, like, doing what you were doing in the beginning. Just like how we're starting to show you guys when we're vlogging our life, y'all are getting like a little bit more input and seeing that. When we're playing Jenga or doing the skee ball and stuff like that, future ping pong tournament or whatever, like that stuff we'll do off camera. Matter of fact, we had a day like that yesterday. We didn't film it, but that's just how our relationship is. Like, we just do fun stuff together.
Yeah,
like,
we play games like the whole day. And honestly, we could probably do better about business and not play as much. Like, I think we have so much fun that we have to tell ourselves we have to stop having fun.
That's what happened today.
To focus on business.
We're filming this late.
Yeah, we are filming this late. And
we BS'd the whole morning.
And that's strictly because we were having a good time in each other's company and presence that we, like, time just flew right past us. So, like, I feel like when you pick a partner, y'all should be able to have a good time in an empty room.
You always say that if we were just in a box.
If we were in a box,
we'd still have fun.
Either we'd talk the whole time or we'd end up playing a game or something. But I feel like when we're together, somebody has an idea and neither of us is on that, like, we're too good for it energy. Like, you want to talk? Nah, I don't feel like talking about my feelings. I'm down. If you want to play a game? Nah, I don't really feel like playing games. No, you're down.
Yeah,
like,
true.
So it's never I'm too good for this energy with us. It's usually like, I'm down for the cause. Like, what you want to do? Let's have fun.
We're very much on the same wavelength with
and
that.
Through all those little moments, through the games, through the talks, through the, like, adventures, dates, whatever, you get to learn a little bit more about that person. You get to learn a little bit more about, like, their competitive. We've now found out we have serious competitive nature.
We are.
Our kids are screwed.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, at least we know that about each other. So, like, it's something that's not new to us. And so now we know each other just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Or like we know things that we like doing together. Like if we're having a day where it's like, okay, we want to do something together, bust out Jenga.
Yeah.
Or we like, oh, we're...
Or Uno was our thing for a long time. You gotta find way. I think so many people always wonder, like, how do you keep the spark alive? You gotta keep the spark alive. Nothing's gonna like fall out of thin air and be like the thing for you. Like, and maybe we're saying that games and stuff are our thing. That doesn't mean that has to be your thing in order for your relationship to work. I mean, it's a suggestion. Like it is. It's kind of like a team building thing. I feel like, depending on what you're doing, you know. So, keeping the spark alive, like Josh, I heavily think you were correct on the neither one of us are too good to do something or to talk about something or to try something new. So being open-minded, I think, is heavy into keeping the spark alive, honestly. Because if we were doing the same stuff that we were doing year one of our relationship, which wasn't the Jenga or the Uno or the ping pong or like, you know, I could see how the relationship spark could die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So. And
honestly, what the craziest thing is, I'm the biggest fan of a YouTube channel. Even if you're not making money off a YouTube channel, I'm a big fan of like couples doing YouTube channels. One, you have memories that you've now built together. And like sometimes we just be looking back at old videos and we have moments off of that. Like, yo, we're doing this for the longest time. Two, it can eventually turn into passive income. Obviously. True.
It's one common goal too, though.
A common goal.
That is something I've been noticing the older we're getting about relationships that are struggling. And a lot of times people's common goal tends to be children. But that's not always fair or the smartest thing to do in order to keep your relationship
because once the kids are gone, what's the next goal?
And that's what a lot of people, older people, end up realizing, like when their kids go to college and stuff, it's like, dang, I don't even really know who my spouse is anymore, this person that I decided to create this life with. Whereas like if you start setting these fundamental and, well, I was going to say foundation. Either way, you want to put fundamental or foundation blocks into your relationship prior to kids entering the picture. It's like, oh, when them kids are out the house, let's go. Let's go. Let's go traveling. Let's go try this. Let's go do this. You know, so like always still maintaining that relationship and friendship in your relationship, I think is so important. That's how you keep the spark alive.
And I also think we've been tackling a lot of goals together.
Yeah, and knocking them off together too. Yeah. Yep,
that also builds camaraderie. Obviously, like I said, with YouTube videos, like you have to learn how to work together, especially if you're going to do successful YouTube couples channel and have individual businesses outside of that. There's got to be a lot of communication and a lot of obstacles that you had to overcome. But through those, you build such a strong relationship. I feel like we've just... because we're business partners, best friends, like we really are all of those. For each other. It really just, it works. It works for us.
Yeah, I would say big thing, common goal was a really big thing I want them to take away from that. Doesn't have to be a YouTube channel or whatever, but like maybe y'all are going to put a common goal together to get an ATM somewhere, or you know what I'm trying to say? Just find something that doesn't have to do with kids and all that other stuff. Just something for you guys. Try to find that common goal. Oh gosh.
Would you consider getting a fur baby or even a fish? I want a fur baby.
Talking about even a fish. I don't mind a dog.
No, fur baby.
What's the difference?
Because a fur baby could be anything.
No. We said a dog, homie. What you talking about? Anything?
Fur babies.
I wouldn't mind a doggy.
What about finger monkey? Have you seen those? They're as big as your finger.
Man. Focus. Okay. But I thought we weren't going to try to do a dog until we're ready to start settling down. Like start a family type thing.
Because that in our eyes is the equivalent of a kid. It's a lot of responsibility. You can't go on traveling stuff without thinking about, okay, where we're going to put the dog. Or you can't like, go out for long times because you think the dog's going to poop all over the apartment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we like the fact
we can move how we want to move without any
And I always found that funny where people are like, I don't want to be in a relationship because I don't want to be restricted. I don't feel restricted with her. I actually feel more so freer. I feel like in this relationship, through us being together, we have freed ourselves. But a lot of the times, people look at relationships like, oh.
But if their partner isn't open-minded, that might be going back to the other thing, though. Because what if, like, homie wants to go on a bike ride and sister's like, oh, no, my hair. He is restricted. You know what I mean? So it is important to be open-minded along the journey. If you on some forever stuff, bruh.
Yikes.
You got to be.
That's low-key Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but yes, as for the fur babies, stuff like that. But that would probably happen closer towards real babies, which would not happen anytime soon.
And she doesn't like the same fur babies.
Yes, yeah. I want a cute dog if we're going to do a dog.
Sorry, y'all. The camera died again.
We need a new camera.
We need a new camera.
That's the next investment.
The next investment is a new camera.
All right. Current shows you guys are binging. Snowfall.
Snowfall, and that's just about it. We actually said that we want to stay away from binging hard on too many shows because it takes away from our productivity. Mm-hmm. There's plenty of time for us to watch these episodes of shows whenever. I don't feel like they're going anywhere. I don't feel like Netflix and Hulu and all these places are going anywhere. So we'll have plenty of time when we're old and wealthy to binge watch.
But right
TV
now
shows.
we got to put our heads down and grind. What really made us realize that was Game of Thrones. Because when did we start Game of Thrones? Like when we moved, before we moved into our new place, we were binging it. And it was like 8 seasons. So it was bad, y'all.
How the heck did we get through 8 seasons that fast? We must have lost at least a day's worth of time.
Oh, more than that.
Golly.
So ever since then, we've been very particular about binging. And even with Snowfall, I wouldn't say we do it every day. So
we just watch a couple of episodes every now and then or like right before bed. Mm-hmm. Y'all have been hitting us with that quality. How often do you guys take a break from the camera?
You know what? I feel like we actually take decent breaks, times. But they're not planned. And that's the only problem.
I think that's what it really needs
our problem.
to be.
If we just wake up on some not feeling it energy, then we just throw everything away, like the whole day away, and we really just chill.
Kick it, play games, do all that couples bonding stuff that you guys said. Like, we'll just have some spontaneous days where we wake up and it's like, it's not a work day.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like we have those pretty often. But I was just talking to Josh about that this morning, that we gotta get a little bit more disciplined. Not even a lot more disciplined. We have so many goals and stuff that we're trying to do. And then, as y'all know, with like the wedding next year and stuff like that, we have kind of leisurely done things a little bit. Like we still get things done, like our merch and our videos and stuff like that, but there's so much more that we have planned. Mm-hmm. We got to be more disciplined with our time, because even like this morning, like I said, we now at this point, both of us wake up at 5:30, 6 a.m. every day. Yeah. But you wouldn't know it, because by noon or 1 o'clock, we're like, dang, we haven't done anything productive wise.
We just be enjoying our mornings.
Mm-hmm. So we take breaks pretty often, I would say. They're just not planned out.
And what's crazy is, like, you guys see that we're operating at a pretty good frequency, and in our heads we're not doing enough. Harder.
Mm-hmm. We absolutely could go harder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And we're going to. I feel like this year, I think we're now in that phase where it's like, okay, we've moved into this new place, we're adjusted, but now we got to hit the ground running. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're pretty much doing, especially with summer coming up. Yeah. We got a lot of stuff, man. Summertime Chicago's undefeated, and we want to make sure that we capitalize on those 100 days of summer, because there's only 100 days.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that. And Chicago officially has announced that as of for 4th of July, July 4th, everything is opening up. Like,
the city's back open.
I already saw there's different parades, Lollapalooza, Taste of Chicago, like all of that is coming back this summer. So we kind of picked the perfect time to be moving out here. But
we're going crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna go stupid for y'all this year. I think that it was subconscious and unintentional, but this kind of like leisure BS that we've kind of been doing with content and our other ideas were necessary because of how hard we're about to go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, baby, I know you hot.
This car has gotten really hot.
This car is hot, y'all.
It's probably why this camera keeps overheating and dying on us.
Oh, true.
That's probably why.
And we can't open the windows because these little gnats, I think because we're so close to the water,
it's too doggone.
They are just like on the window.
You want to just drive? You want to drive and answer questions?
We could drive and answer questions. I don't know if the camera's going to stay up.
It's okay. You can hold the camera.
What you mean? I didn't sign up for all of that. See?
You didn't sign up for all that?
Nah.
Well, I got to pull forward and they're not going to see my face no more.
Oh, true. All right. Let's just do some more.
Okay. If this dies again, we're driving. When you plan on having kids?
I feel like I haven't, said this to you, but I think we're on the same page. And like now it's closer to 30, 31 type
we
thing.
Haven't said anything to each other about kids, but we also we take the K word very seriously.
Or C. because of your children.
Yeah, K or C. Can't, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We take that very seriously because at the end of the day...
Wow, it is the heat. We got to drive. Y'all got a nice little vlog out of us because we definitely got to move. The camera cut off again. It's because it's so hot and humid, and we had you guys on the dashboard, and basically this camera doesn't do well with heat, and then my poor baby was starting to really sweat and perspirate. So we're trying to find a spot right now, you guys. This is the most dysfunctional Q&A we've ever filmed.
I think we just need to go up to the room.
Oh, we were trying to do too much, give new scenery. Part of it was on me because I was like, well, dang, we still haven't given them the furnished house tour, and the other videos we were planning on posting for you guys this week were gonna be filmed at the house. So I was just like, let's give them something new. Y'all see how that turned out.
Y'all see how that turned out.
Anyway, we're pulling up to a new spot now. Bear with us.
Okay. So we decided, you know, we're done with the trial and error. The car was way too hot. It's nice and cool in here thanks to Bay and the AC. Mm-hmm. But
let's finish up on your previous answer.
Oh yeah. Let me
about the kiddos.
Yeah. So we take this K word extremely serious. Like the way we see it, we're bringing a kid or a version that's 50 her, 50 me into the world to raise. And we're just thinking about all the ways that kids talk about, like, you know, how they were affected as young kids, or like their traumas and stuff like that. We just want to make sure that all our ducks in a row, we want to make sure that all of our ducks are in a row so that when we do bring a kid into the world, we're fully ready. Mm-hmm. And there's not like, oh, I wasn't ready for the kid, or oh, I had to figure all this, that, and the third out, or oh, I worked my whole way through the child's childhood, so that way we didn't have like the relationship. We want to be financially stable, that we can be invested in the kid's life.
Yeah.
Because the way that we take this relationship so seriously, I think it's gonna, I don't know how, but I feel like it's gonna even quantify harder when it comes to like a little human.
Absolutely.
So. No, we're not just gonna randomly tell you guys, you know, there's a kid. If by some chance a kid does come, then yes, we're gonna do what we have to do and take care of it. But we're not. Ideally, no. We're playing this way out.
Yeah, we want some time.
We want time
together, and our selfish years, like. I just want to really enjoy our 20s as our selfish years. Because a kid, we think we're making a life commitment to each other, like marriage-wise. But a kid, like, that is the epitome of life commitment.
Life.
You know what I mean? People try to say, like, oh, they'll be going by 18 out the house, blah, blah, blah. You're never going to stop being a parent, you know? No, at least for us, we're always going to be invested in our kids' life. So if right now we want to take these little adult years that we do have to just think about us and what we want to do with our lives without, you know. So be it. So, yeah. Can we get another truth or drink?
Oh yeah, we can definitely get another truth.
Y'all want a part 3 on a truth or drink? Hashtag part 3 in the comment section below to let us know.
How did you go about making financial decisions when you moved in together? Love y'all.
Love you too.
We made financial decisions based on what worked the best financially for everybody's situation.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was pretty. We have a very unique situation because we're business partners.
Yeah.
So ultimately, we didn't really have to like be critical of like, oh, you pay the phone bill, you pay the electricity, you pay like our business or our brand together funds our lifestyle.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. So
all of our business ventures and stuff like that, whenever we do something together, it's usually
funnels into one account.
Yeah.
Comes in and out of one account.
Yeah. And everything that we do together usually funnels from that account. If we want to do something nice for each other, we do it from our individual accounts.
Exactly.
But in terms of like all the big go-tos and stuff like that, it's usually business accounts. So.
Yeah. How do you guys block out other people's opinions on your relationship?
La 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 la. Yeah, it's a bunch of that.
I guess pretty much. That was an immature way to answer, Mr. Emotional Maturity.
I know. But to be honest, like and that was a literal sense to a metaphorical sense of what I was trying to portray, in the sense that like you really just need to like let stuff go in one ear, out the other.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people are giving you unsolicited advice 90% of the time. If you go to them and ask for advice, you more than likely seen something in them that says like, oh, okay, we were in similar situations.
Right.
But 9 times out of 10, just
ask.
in our experience,
we don't ask.
You get it and you don't even ask for it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
People just want to give it. And, you know, I've learned over these years that giving is more so for the giver than it is for the receiver. Like, getting a gift from somebody, especially if they don't know what you like.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you gave me this for you.
True.
I will accept it so I don't offend you. Like, I'll accept it.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of giving is for the giver.
That's a fact. I was gonna say too, like, because what was the question exactly in terms of how to deal with people putting their opinions on your relationship? I say this to you all the time when we experience that. There's no way, shape, or form that anyone will ever understand the depths of our relationship other than us and God, because we've been here every step of the way, right? So no matter how many people you confide in about issues that you might be going through or great things you might be going through or whatever, that would just be their scope and perspective. You can never explain all of those moments you've had together. We've been together for 6+ years. So, you know, so with that being said, somebody else's opinion doesn't matter, basically, because they'll never understand fully.
They never get it.
Would you guys ever feel comfortable to do a video talking about the sexual aspect of a relationship?
Later in life. I'm going to say probably post-marriage.
Yeah, we've talked about that.
Here's my 2 cents on it. I feel like the second, I don't know when, but people have held us to this weird standard of like judging our lives based off the things that we say. And I get that. You know, we have volunteered to put our lives on the internet.
Right.
And that's cool with us, you know. But the second we start diving into like hot topics.
Yeah.
I'm just going to call them hot topics.
Right.
The second we start diving into hot topics, people like...
And if it's not aligned with
their views or their point of views, like, internet is very sensitive and it's very judgmental and they do a lot of things. So we try to steer clear of stuff like that, and I guess...
To protect our own energy.
Yeah, just to protect our own energy and, like, to protect the piece of the channel at this point. Because, like, I feel like the second we start diving into that, people start putting, like, big microscopes on you, like, okay, let me investigate your life. Let me figure out your flaws.
And that's not fair.
We don't like that. It irks me to see that happen to other people. It irks me when it happens to us. So that's why we don't talk on a lot of hot topics.
Yeah.
Because
people don't really, I think that ultimately, some people don't really want to know the answer. Like, because if you did, then it'll just be like, oh, okay, that's your perspective. It's like you want to know the answer so that you can therefore critique or, like you say, hold up a magnifying glass or, you know.
Yeah, and the more we give of ourselves in this platform, the more that the microscope zooms in and zooms in and zooms in.
Right.
And, like, I think there was another question in here that said something about our religious journey or something.
Oh, yeah, people, like, why don't we do, that's another hot topic.
Why don't we do religious talks and stuff like that? For one, I feel like everybody's spiritual journey is individual. At the end of the day, your relationship with God is strictly based on your experience with life and your perspective on it. So I don't necessarily feel like I have the right to impose views like that.
Or anybody gets to
impose theirs on ours.
Yeah.
And that's not to say we're not religious people or anything like that, like we are, but I hate that when you start doing stuff like that, again, this big microscope comes out and people feel the need to judge your life down to the point where you don't want to post anything.
Yeah, nothing.
I've seen it happen so many times. And like the internet is completely unforgiving. So if you mess up even once after speaking on topics like that, you're in this unforgivable zone. Right. Canceled. I hate you. You guys are like. Yeah. But we're humans. At the end of the day, everybody's humans and nobody's perfect.
So we're just living our life on the internet.
Yes. But again, when you go back to these hot topics, people feel like you need to be just downright perfect. And we don't want that energy. We just don't want any piece of that energy. So we just leave it alone.
So we We try to be as transparent as possible with you guys always, but yeah, like you're saying, in terms of our journey, we've kind of learned the more we've gotten into this, like certain things we don't need to put on the internet or allow other people to nitpick because people are so judgmental. So but we do kind of have possible business ideas in the future with these type of topics. Well, maybe not that one, more of the sexual one.
We're working on a way of getting you guys that kind of content in a safer space.
I love the way you put that, safer space, specifically for quality crew, because we can't be as strategic about things when it's a big open public platform. So we got ideas, but that was Josh's answer was the perfect answer to answer both of those. Okay, do you and Josh still do your Sunday reflections? Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. And I actually added something onto the back end.
Oh, you did? You gotta tell them.
Yeah, so not only do we now talk about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially, but at the end of it, once we like talk all our stuff out, which takes like hours when we do it right, we pray now. I was like, I want to start praying after it, because something about prayer together. And I know this is us slightly going into religion, but we'll never go into a full in-depth topic. Like, sorry, the internet's just a weird place and we don't want to deal with it. But I did want to, I feel like prayer solidifies the things that we've reflected upon. It kind of, puts it out in the universe that we're trying to improve in places in our lives.
And it brings God, I feel like. You know how people always keep God in the center of your relationship?
Yeah. And I feel
us bringing him in at the end, type thing. Yeah.
And I feel like that's important, and especially as a couple. I feel like that's really important for us to be on the same religious path and stuff like that. And that's about as much 2 cents on that as I will give you.
Yeah, but as for the Sunday reflection, we still do it. I was gonna say though, sometimes we miss Sundays though.
Yeah, sometimes it's Monday.
Sometimes it's Monday or whatever. We try to get it done once a week. It can get a little bit chaotic every once in a while, and I feel like the Virgo and me used to really hold us to Sunday, and if we didn't do it, then I'm like, dang, we gotta wait till next Sunday. But now, because our days are becoming so busy, and we spend Sundays with my mom, if we don't knock it out immediately in the morning, then we don't get to do it by the end of the day. So we still try to make sure we do it once a week. That wasn't like a little thing we decided to just throw out and tell you guys. That's something we heavily do in our relationship. We don't try to give y'all advice that we don't use in our actual lives. So Sunday reflections are a thing that will always be a thing in our life for sure.
That's huge.
Stay connected.
We already answered that. Why don't y'all do pranks on your channel? I can answer that very, very quickly and concisely. Okay. Our channel, our brand, is promoted around happy, healthy, and hydrated relationships. Okay? Yeah. Not only one of us, not both of us, all three of us are about happiness, healthiness, and hydration.
And quality. And ultimately, to us, for our brand, we don't feel like we're bringing y'all quality content by bringing you guys pranks.
Pranks are like the opposite of, and I hate to thrash on other channels, but pranks are like the opposite of anything healthy.
Because you didn't like just the small stuff that we used to.
We did small pranks, and I felt like a piece of me was hurt because I was like, my best friend who I trust with everything betrayed my trust. For the sake of views
or other people's happiness or entertainment. Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like the feeling, and maybe I could have gotten over that feeling. But I was like, why? Why should I numb myself?
It wasn't us. It wasn't us at our core. That's why it felt weird. And then too, I was gonna say something else too. But because in the very beginning when we were Beauty and Bow, some people who are maybe watching this and were a part of that journey knew that we kind of I did a spider prank on you, and I think you did a I'm dying prank on me. Yeah. And those pranks in itself, it was super hard to even come up with prank ideas on each other because we know each other so well. Realistically, to me, I don't understand how these people are pranking each other back to back to back. Because if you really know your partner, you can tell when their vibes are weird, their pattern is weird, and something is off. We can't trick each other in that way. No. So pranks weren't for us just in terms of how we want to navigate our relationship, but just also based off who we are. There was no way to prank each other. Yeah. And it's gonna be fake.
If we were, our authenticity was being compromised if we continued down that road. Yeah. Not only that, but pranks just really irked me. I'm not gonna lie, pranks just really kind of irked me.
Yeah, it just wasn't for us. That's
it's just not. Yeah, it just wasn't for us.
What's next?
Do you guys feel famous? Absolutely love you guys, by the way.
I love you too. No, actually.
No.
Not at all.
I feel very regular.
Yes, but we like that though. Like, so I still wouldn't go as far as calling it famous, but yeah, people will notice us and come up to us and ask to take pictures and stuff like that. But even still, I don't feel famous. I've seen how famous people get treated. Like, their privacy is completely invaded and compromised. You know, so no, that type of famous, no. I feel like we are noticed. What's below famous?
We're popular.
We're popular.
We're recognizable to someone who follows the gang. Like, if you're a part of the gang and you see us, you'll probably be like, oh, that's where I know you guys from YouTube. Like, we may come across your feed, but we're not like the front face of YouTube couples or anything like that.
Nor do we want to be.
We're great.
Nor do we want to be.
Trust us, we're great. Yeah. Because honestly, at this level, I think we're good enough to make the impact that we want without our personal lives being compromised at the same time. People who want genuine quality relationship advice mixed in with a little bit of entertainment and just like some pure love will find us. They will find us. But we're not for everybody, because a lot of people, you know, some people don't want to believe in love.
That's true.
Like, that's crazy.
That is true.
Some people generally don't want, you know, the relationship advice. Some people, they in the streets, they on demon time, whatever, and they're okay with that. They want to see pranks and they want to see all that stuff. Fine, go find another channel. But we're here for the people that want to build strong relationships.
Yeah.
Point
I
blank
like
period.
that answer. My turn. You've been holding my phone
I
off.
only answered 2 questions.
Whatever.
A little bugaboo.
Okay, for both of y'all, what is one thing / moment that made you say, oh, he/she is the one?
I like it, but I don't like the way that's put, because it's never been
one moment.
One moment thing.
Oh, right. I did bring that up to you recently. Yeah, the way I was going to try to think of something, but the way I described it to Josh earlier when I was screenshotting some of these questions, I don't care for these type of questions like the one moment or how did you know? Because there isn't, for us, I don't think I'm putting words in your mouth, but for us, it's, how did I describe it? Consistent actions and consistent feelings that made us discover each other is the one. It wasn't just one day like, oh my gosh, he's that. It's like, oh my gosh, he did this. He did this again. He did this again. This is somebody I can rely on. This is somebody I can depend on. This is someone who's showing me consistency. That, to me, is what, at least for me, made me.
And I mean, like, it's not like I was on this consistent path of like, good thing after good thing after good thing. But like, I was consistent in the fact that I gave effort in the relationship, in the important things, in like, you know, catering to love languages, you know, listening when I'm being talked to, listening to understand, communicating, you know. I feel like through all these moments, highs or lows, working through problems has bonded us in ways that I can't explain. Us having great moments, euphoric moments, we call them sometimes God moments, where we're just like out and we're experiencing life together and we're like, wow, this is like a full circle, like, wow, we're here in this moment together and we're extremely happy. Like, only God could do that for us. So like, I feel as though there's been multiple moments and they've just built on each other and solidified the fact that like, she is my person.
You too, baby.
I honestly wouldn't be comfortable like doing half the stuff I do
with anybody
else.
You talking about your bugaboo moments?
Bugaboo moments, goofy moments, dancing in the mirror, like singing in the shower. Like, I just don't feel nearly as comfortable with anybody else. So yes, you are the one.
Oh, baby, you are too. I was gonna say too, we bring each other a lot of peace and happiness too. But that was like a culmination of different moments or actions that we portrayed in this relationship.
We weren't always each other's peace.
That's true.
We
worked to get there.
We learned to figure out where each other's peace resided at, and we worked towards getting to that point. So.
Yeah. How's it been since moving in with Josh?
You better say nothing but good times.
It has been nothing but good times.
Because that's all we've been doing.
It has genuinely been nothing but good times.
Nothing but good times.
I think this is almost the most peaceful our relationship has ever been, though. Where we're at right now. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. All of that. Even financially speaking and stuff. Like, it's been great. I feel like it's kind of God just solidifying that we're making the right decision. We're on the right path.
Yeah.
At least in my head. Because I don't feel like it would be as great as it is if he wasn't in agreement with how we're moving. So Yeah, it's been great. It's been real good,
Been good.
When do you guys plan to go on vacation out the country? Love y'all. Love you too.
Love you too. Once I get my passport.
Thank you.
I have to get my passport. I don't have a passport, y'all. I think that's kind of impeded the out of the country travel. Now, granted, we've been in a pandemic, so we weren't going out of the country anytime soon.
That too, yeah.
But once the country is like back up and running and stuff like that, I get my passport, we're on the move. Mm-hmm. Like, that's basically it. Mm-hmm. What is a Miami moment? Also, I love you guys. Thank you for showing what black love is.
Aww.
Got you.
Oh, okay. When did we mention that? What video about the Miami moment?
I think it was the last video.
Okay.
So, basically... You know what? No, we're gonna do an eat chill on Miami moments.
I knew he was gonna say that. We can dedicate a whole video to explain you, but do you want to just give people who have no idea what that even is?
Yeah, so we're gonna go in depth and do a whole video, and then kind of tell you guys about like some Miami moments that we've had with each other and kind of stuff like that, and an eat and chill. But long story short, a Miami moment is basically like if I come to her and say, "Hey, can I be Miami with you?" It's basically me saying I'm gonna say something extremely blunt and straightforward.
Which out of love.
Out of love.
Yeah.
I don't want to come off as if I'm trying to grill you or anything like that. It's like this is like a safe way of me just getting out what I need to get out in a respectful way. It's not like me saying, "Can I be Miami with you?" and then get to cursing her out.
Right.
It's like I just tell her like if I was like, what's a good example? Okay, if her breath was like terrible, I was like, "Can I be Miami with you?" And she'd be like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Look, I think you need to see a dentist. Your breath stinks."
Yeah.
This isn't me like trying to come at you sideways or make fun of you or anything like that. It's like me.
Well, you don't have to explain that when we say Miami.
Yeah, when we say Miami, she gets
know.
that. She gets that. So it's like, okay, cool. We can be Miami. That's safe.
And vice versa.
Now it gets much deeper than just me saying like something.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
well, that's what we'll touch on when we do the eat and chill. If you guys want, well, you said we're gonna do it regardless.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
They're probably gonna want it. So we'll do a Miami eat and chill, just so you guys are aware when you see that in the title or whatever what Miami is. Now you know. It's just basically like a safe word to create a safe space for you and your partner to be fully transparent with each other in moments that it's necessary.
How are you guys doing? ? We see you on social media, but are y'all okay? #mental check-in.
I appreciate
I rock
that.
with you.
I appreciate that a lot.
I rock with you.
That's dope.
You know, I think this is probably the best I've been in a very long time.
Yeah.
To be totally honest with you.
Yeah. Although a lot has been going on around us. Us as in 1-2.
1-2.
We've been good.
In this place,
we've been good.
We've been really good. Like, it's hard, y'all. It's hard to be ungrateful.
Facts.
Because, like, it's hard to be ungrateful when you have perspective. And I know me personally, I have a lot of perspective. Like, from a financial standpoint, I have perspective. From a relationship standpoint, I guess you could say I have a little... Actually, yes, I do have perspective. I used to live in my car. I get up every morning. If I ever feel like I'm down an hour, I feel like I haven't done like something or whatever, I'm just feeling like, unmotivated. I get up and I look outside like, yo, ain't no way God ain't real. Ain't no way I ain't been doing my thing.
3 years later.
3 years later. Ain't no way what we doing is not working.
Yeah.
And then I think about like, even in our relationship, yeah, okay, sometimes we get on each other's nerves, but then I'm like, if I compare this to year 1-2 us, we are golden.
Or other stuff that we see.
Yeah, or just just stuff that we've seen around us.
We're blessed.
We're blessed.
Yeah.
We're really blessed.
So we're good. Ultimately, good. That's why we're good.
Yeah.
Like we've been, I think we said earlier, this is the most peace that we've ever had. I think it's because it's our space. I think even like at your old place, that was your place. I moved in at the end, but you know what I mean? This is our space, our home. We're creating a life and a culture and an environment based off what we want. And I think that's why we're at such peace. Like we control what energies come in here and you know what I mean? So we've been really good.
You gotta check in before you get in here.
Okay, what else we got? They said, can we see the view again outside? We can show you at the end. It's a really gloomy day today, though.
It's a gloomy day.
But we'll show you at the end. Do y'all have baby names picked out?
One.
We have one that sticks.
And I ain't putting it on the internet.
No. We won't put it on there. We won't put it on the internet.
Putting it out there.
Okay. Will you film? I'm kind of gonna go fast so we can get some more done. Will you film wedding stuff, in parentheses, planning, ceremony, etc., or keep it private? Love y'all, by the way. Love you too.
Love you too.
I would say that we were gonna include them in that process for the most part.
And I was gonna say because it's kind of bogus if we brought you guys
on the journey
this
so far and nothing
for the journey of our relationship,
right.
and then like just excommunicate y'all.
Right.
Like probably some of the most crucial moments of our relationship we exclude y'all from. But
no, I know what you're. No, we're not sharing that yet.
All right.
We got a lot of dope stuff coming for y'all. That's it. In terms of revolving around the wedding and all that good stuff. Yeah. But yeah, we're going to take y'all on the journey with us for sure.
For sure.
And I guess I can just answer that question too. I don't know if we'll get to it. Somebody had asked, have we started planning for the wedding yet? No, we have not. But we do have a date.
We do. We do have a date.
We won't get specific, but we will say, you want to tell them when?
We're thinking fall.
Of 2022.
Now, we have a specific date, but we're not going to say that specific date because we have to still look at venues and see if those specific dates are available.
Right.
And I don't want to go out here throwing dates out.
Right. We don't have, it doesn't work. Yeah.
That's not how that works. Mm-hmm. So.
But we do have a date.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Have y'all ever washed or done each other's hair?
Oh, wanna tell them.
So, Bae actually just did my hair this weekend.
Self-care Sunday.
Self-care Sundays. I actually really appreciate that. It's a way that we've discovered that she can cater to me.
Mm-hmm. Which I do want to, I don't know if that's going to come up in a question that I screenshotted today, but I've noticed that I don't know if you want to delve in on it, but just in terms of men are usually pretty good with knowing how to cater to us. You can throw us money and get our hair and nails done or give us foot massages, stuff like that. Whereas you guys are a lot more simplistic beings. Mm-hmm. And I think that a lot of times y'all don't really know what you like or what you want or how you want to be catered to unless somebody brings up something different you've never tried. Right? So
you kind of, as a man, you kind of have to be open-minded to be catered to. Mm-hmm. Especially if you're not doing a traditional relationship.
Yeah, that was it.
Because I was like, back in the days, women could easily get away with I cater with it. Yeah, you can basically get away with if someone asks you, how do I cater to my man? I cook, I clean, I take care of the kids, I wash his clothes. It's like, cool. Mm-hmm. Now we're in this new age where it's like, okay,
at least for our relationship, he's the cook. I do clean. I lie.
You do clean, but I can help in that department.
And you help me clean though at times too, yeah.
I do my own clothes. Mm-hmm. We don't have kids. Mm-mm. So it's like, okay, so now how are you catering to me?
Exactly. And that was something I wanted to work on, because we're taking this new step. I'm about to be a wife, and he for sure caters to me. And I feel like, other than just throwing money and stuff, getting you new headphones or, what can I do with my physical hands to cater to you more? Uh-huh. So, I started figuring it out, you guys, and I'm very happy and proud. Josh is really enjoying self-care. It's crazy because I discovered that that's a way for me to cater to him by me catering to myself, which is even deeper, to be honest. Crazy. Because I struggled for a long time with just caring for myself, pouring into myself and stuff like that. And now that I done discovered that my man likes similar things too. So, wasn't this weekend your first time getting exfoliated?
Man, she gave me a body scrub exfoliate. I was like, what? That's pretty new. And then she washed my hair real good, got my curls all popped out. My hair is normally twisted sponge-like, but these are my natural curls that are popped out. I'm like, yo, this is really dope. It felt like I was being pampered. I actually felt like I was being catered to.
That's
so I was
point.
like, this is cool. Mm-hmm. I didn't even know it spoke to my love language, but it spoke to my love language.
Well, I guess it's spending quality time together too.
It is kind of quality time.
Yeah. So, comment below, by the way, ladies in particular, that cater to your man. Comment, because I feel like I've asked women before, in person, how do you cater to your man? And usually I don't get an answer. It's kind of I guess I don't really. So that doesn't help me. I'm trying to be a top tier wife, you know. So if you guys have any other like advice in terms of how to cater or whatever, let me know. And if not, I'm gonna continue this little journey that I'm on of figuring out how to cater to him. So
and I mean,
can share with you.
It also kind of falls on me to kind of figure out like what areas of my life do I feel like I can be catered to. But at the same time, I think it was definitely a dub this weekend. Definitely got a dub.
Oh yay! What was that question anyway? I feel like we went
so left field. That's not even like.
Oh, wash each other's hair. Okay, that's why it came up. He hasn't washed mine. No.
She won't let me touch this. This is a money maker.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'd rather not have that pressure. I'll stick to foot rubs.
Okay.
What has been y'all favorite new experience since the move? You can't ask that question.
We've done so much.
Look, I'm gonna just start knocking these out.
Go ahead while I turn on this AC.
Turn on the AC and grab that other battery.
Please.
Please.
Thank you.
You ain't gonna do all that.
Go ahead.
All right, bet. Let's see. We got bike riding.
Yep.
Exploring new restaurants down.
Is it higher or lower than it was?
Good.
Okay. Y'all, the camera died.
I didn't even get my list on.
This is quite a camera dying video. This is our most. Okay, you were answering the last question.
So I said bike rides, exploring new restaurants downtown, the view, the place we live has so much included in it.
Yeah.
I think our friendship has blossomed.
Oh yeah.
Me
and you?
Yes. Even further than I thought we were at a max, but somehow this cap just keeps getting higher.
Yeah.
We each have our own individual space and collective space.
Yeah. With so many people, okay, can we just deck this now? The whole, you guys have multiple bedrooms, so y'all not sleep together?
No, we do.
Like, our bedroom, and I feel like if you watched the empty apartment tour, then it should have been made clear, but if you didn't, we have 3 bedrooms because he has his own office studio space, I have my own, we have our own.
Yeah.
We don't sleep in separate beds.
We don't sleep in separate beds.
Yeah.
I just want to clear that taboo, and I know, again, the internet could be a crazy place because people feel like they have the right to tell us what and what not to do with our relationship.
Right, but let's be clear now. What you say doesn't matter to us. We're going to keep doing what we want to do. So you can keep it.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the way she put that, that's more so for the haters. Don't take that energy if you're not on some hate stuff.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not, yeah. Should we finish on this one? Oh, wait, we already answered that one. Okay. What would you say your biggest accomplishment so far right now?
What's our biggest accomplishment to date?
Your biggest, so far right now. To be honest.
This relationship.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I wasn't thinking in that sense. I was gonna say this apartment to be 1,000.
Oh yeah, to be 1,000. I mean, this apartment is definitely a monumental achievement.
Yeah.
But if I'm thinking, I personally place a lot of value on the things that you can't really buy.
Yeah, that's true.
And this relationship is one of a doggone kind. Cause like, you know what's crazy? I choose you over this apartment, this YouTube channel, this lifestyle, whatever.
Absolutely.
Every single time. Because not only do I know if we did it all, if we had to restart, we could do it all over again. But I also say like, you're irreplaceable to me. You're literally irreplaceable. I will fight tooth and nail for you.
Me too. I love you.
I love you too.
How many more do you want?
Fight you.
Oh my gosh, it's 1. We gotta get this video up to y'all today.
Okay, yeah.
Like 3?
How is Josh adapting to? Wait, did you say something? My bad.
We can do 3 more.
Okay, yeah, we can do 3 more. How is Josh adapting to full-time influencer as a black man and with a popular fiance? That's a loaded question.
It is a loaded question.
So, I think I'm doing well. Influencing has been quite the experience. I am the kind of person that thrives in structured systems. Didn't realize that until I removed myself from structured systems and then had to readapt and figure out how that was going to go. Reason being, in school, that's an organized system, did great. And football, organized system, did great. You know, Papado, organized system, excelled very fast. Influencing, I wouldn't say that it didn't excel fast, but I will say there was a heck of a learning curve, because then you wake up every day, it's like, what time does work start? That's up to you. What do you have to do for work? That's up to you. Where do you want to go? That, like, all of it is up to you. So I think a lot of people that want to get into influencing, I feel like you should ask yourself those questions. What do you want to do? How do you want to go about it? What does a good work day in the life of an entrepreneur influencer look like for you? And how can you repeat that process, like, to make it feel as though it is work? Because at the end of the day, it will become work.
It's gonna make or break your lifestyle.
Yeah, it's gonna make or break your lifestyle.
If we stop making videos today, we're gonna have to use them degrees.
So it's been a very interesting learning curve. Won't say it's been bad, anything like that, because obviously I like learning and growing. I like the process of growth. And I think for a long time people think that I'm suffering from, like, insecurities of the fact that, like, she's bigger than me on social media. Like, but we're not in competition. That's I feel like if that was the case for some people, I feel like in your subconscious mind, you're in competition. I'm not in competition with her. She's going to be my wife. If anything, this is a team.
Exactly. We're winning.
It's winning.
We're winning.
As long if she goes crazy on social media and I stay exactly where I am, don't matter to me. It really don't, because we're a team at the end of the day.
Right.
And no matter what, like, we're always going to work these things out. But I'm very happy, and I that recently came to that was like a recent thing, because I'm not gonna sit here and fake and flaunt and say, like, that didn't rub me at some point in my life. It did, and I had to get over that. That was just the male ego in me saying, like, I'm supposed to be the breadwinner. All society's been telling me my entire life that I'm supposed to be the breadwinner. I'm supposed to be all this, that, and the third. You can still be a provider. You can still be the man of the household. You can still do all that and not be the breadwinner. That has nothing to do with financial. That has everything to do with your energy.
Period. Because to me, even you being a man of the house is the way you support me. You know what I mean? Like, just being there. Wholeheartedly so.
So, like, I feel like I just...
But my baby is getting to the money in the bag, okay?
I am.
I mean, on brand deals, but, you know.
Brand deals are coming in, which is really nice. And, you know, I feel like for a long time I was looking for those as, like, confirmation. But then I confirmed myself after a while. Like, I am an influencer. And then, crazily enough, after I established myself, then brand deals start rolling in. And these are, like, reaffirmations of something that I've already affirmed in myself. So it's been quite the journey. It's been quite the interesting journey.
You're just getting started. November will make a year for you. We said, so it's 2 more now, because that counts as 3, right? What is the best advice that y'all can give to a couple? Oh, there's a lot.
I'm going to say what I always say, but I'm going to be more specific.
Okay.
I'm going to say communicate. I'm going to say that because that is a very big thing. I feel like the reason why a lot of relationships end is because they don't know the person. And it seems like after enough arguments, which were supposed to be conversations in civilized settings, you now realize you're in a relationship with someone you don't know. And I think when I say communication, I think I'm saying communicate with an emphasis on listening to understand. Like, listening with intent. Comprehension and retention in terms of that communication. If someone's telling you about themselves, their vulnerabilities, their insecurities, or, like, their happiness, or, like, their goals in life, this is not the time for you to be daydreaming. This is not the time for you to not be involved and invested in the conversation. This is the time for you to be taking that stuff in, especially if you want the relationship to be as healthy as possible, because those are, like, the cheat codes to happiness. Like,
understanding your partner.
Understanding your partner is, like, the cheat codes to being happy. So in communication, don't always be so eager to talk. Be more so eager to listen. I think I asked a lot of questions in the beginning of this relationship because I was trying to get to know who I was in a relationship with.
You feel like you asked a lot of questions.
I started, once I started getting this emotional intelligence on my bed, I was asking questions. Because, like, at the end of the day, you want to know.
Yeah.
You want to know. Otherwise, you're just playing a guessing game.
Yeah. I wanted to answer this one because someone said, did you step up in your relationship to make it better or just Josh? Because I saw they also said, I guess for the most part, they feel like we talk about the way you have stepped up in the relationship in order for us to work. And they don't think I've put in any groundwork or whatever. I don't know if I should answer if you want to.
She stepped up to the plate. Like, y'all don't understand that, like, for one, she had a lot of growth that she needed to do intrinsically that may not have necessarily shown itself on camera or stuff like that. Okay, she had pride issues. She had stuff in terms of like apologizing. She could be a control freak at times. Like these sort of things we have worked on over the years to help her, like, you know, let go. Yeah. Kind of, calm down just a little bit. And kind of let life hit. She's done a lot of emotional growth too. I think in the pursuit of teaching me emotional intelligence, she created a monster that eventually held me to her and started teaching her as well. So now we're both on this emotional intelligence wave, and we can mold each other and sort of like help each other become better individuals overall.
I like what you said too in terms of I had to like grow intrinsically a lot. So a lot of the things so people might feel that way, that it more so seems like you've put in more work or made more changes, because I think some of your changes were more extrinsic. Well, you did both, but the extrinsic ones are the ones that we probably see or we talk about the most and stuff. But intrinsically, we both have put in like a lot of work in that, and I think you kind of hit the nail on the head in terms of that. And like something else that I've been learning on work or trying to work on is like not cutting you off as much. Remember, like that was a thing in terms of our YouTube videos and stuff. And in my head, it's like, oh, I have a bad memory, I'm gonna forget if I don't say it. But then it's also you not being able to get out your full opinion and thoughts on things. So like that's something that I've been working on a lot more too lately.
And not to mention, like, I feel like people kind of sleep on the fact that like your growth propels our growth, which propels growth in itself. Like, if it wasn't for her, there would be no Josh and Issa. There wouldn't be this whole, like, she brought the entire idea to the forefront. Yes, now we're at this point where I'm running most of it, but she's the one that really pushed this out and said, yo, the quality message needs to be spoken to the people. And I just rolled with it. She had, like, at one point, she had to twist my arm to do it. And I feel like if it wasn't for that, the push effort for growth, then we wouldn't have had growth. I feel like sometimes people want to say like, oh, you didn't do anything to grow. Well, she was the catalyst for growth.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Word.
You're so sweet. Thank you.
So
I guess I never viewed it that way or heard it in that way. That's why I'm like, oh.
Yeah, so people sleep on you, man.
Oh, as long as you're not, I don't care. Well, I guess that was 3.
Hold on, let me see if there's another.
Want to do one more?
Let me just look through some of these.
I did want to answer that one. We don't have a set date, though.
There we go.
Okay.
I guess we'll ask this one.
Okay, it's the last one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are the most important things in a relationship as a young couple? I guess we could try and give them like 5.
Okay.
1, trust. You definitely want to build a strong, like, these are foundational things that can set your relationship up for greatness. If you have a foundation of trust, that is solid. Especially in this day and age, because everybody seems to not trust nobody.
Yeah, like I don't have the urge like I did with past boyfriends or whatever to go through your phone, or even prior to us being engaged, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have that feeling, or the one time you leave your phone out and you leave the room for a second, I didn't have that urgency to like, let me check real quick. Like,
because we've always had an open book relationship in terms of like when iPhone first came out with Touch ID, I signed up my thumbprint and her thumbprint.
Yeah.
I said, you can open my phone just as easily as me. She knows all my passwords. I know all her passwords.
Yeah, vice versa.
Like, we can access each other's stuff at any given moment.
And that's that bestie energy, I feel like.
Yeah, and half the time, it's not even like I'm going through her stuff. My phone will be clear across the room. Like, let me see your phone for a second. I want to see something. Mm-hmm. And it's never like, nah, what you want to see my phone for? Or anything like that, because obviously it's a level of trust. We're just like, all right, take it. Like, I don't even think twice.
Yes. Trust is a good one.
So trust. I will continue to say communication. If you didn't hear me on the communication spiel, rewind this because there's a whole spiel on communication.
Comprehension, listening to understand.
Yep, being able to understand.
That all falls underneath that umbrella.
Keep an open mind.
Yes.
An open mind.
Yes.
Because you're in the 20s, especially, you're getting to know yourself in the real world. Not college, not high school. These are fake worlds. They're controlled fake worlds. They're not the real world. So you need to figure out yourself in the real world where bills and life, and potentially kids, are like a whole lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So just keep an open mind because you never know where life's going to take you or your partner or y'all together.
Facts.
So what we got?
You have communication, keeping an open mind, and you said trust.
Trust.
I was gonna say, because it said to young couples, well, never stop having fun with each other. Man. And so that I would say is for, and let me also say / always invest in each other. I think that's what we were talking about earlier. Like, we have never stopped investing ourselves in this relationship. So, and by invest, I mean, like, Sunday reflections are a perfect example of investing in your relationship consistently. That type of thing. It's not like a financial thing, taking them out on dates and stuff like that. That's not an investment. Honestly, you're kind of throwing money away. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, just constantly investing in each other. Investing energy, yeah. And then one more. What should be the fifth?
I feel like if this relationship is going to last, y'all both need to want it to last. And I don't know how to put that into like a topic, title, whatever.
Ooh, I actually think I might have a better one for a fifth.
Okay, well.
Still,
y'all need, we're going to do 6. So still, y'all need to both be committed to wanting that relationship to work. Because if you start thinking to yourself as the reasons why it's not working or as the reasons why the grass may be greener on the other side, the relationship's pretty much done there. You should have deaded it. Because to be honest, you're just going to start self-sabotaging the relationship, and then it's just going to turn out you guys hate each other when really you could have just had an honest conversation and said, this isn't for me.
It always bothers me too when people be on like the grass is greener on the other side type energy, because the grass is legit greener where you water it. Because you're gonna have similar or same issues if you're going to the next person. That the next person might seem like the grass is greener because externally or appearance-wise, things look polished and cute and stuff like that. But what's that mental like? What's their character like? You might deal with the same issues, if not worse. So grass is truly greener where you water it. Yeah. The sixth thing I was gonna say though, in terms of young couples, and I don't know how to word this exactly, but friendships, I think are super important. If you're trying to be on some like longevity type of stuff, and you're like a young adult, I think it's important to start being more intentional about your friendships and the people that you allow around this relationship you're trying to build.
Especially if you want to grow long term. I know my parents used to be real heavy on this. They might still be heavy on it, to be honest. But like, you kind of want to be around people that are on the same wavelength as you.
Yeah.
Like, sadly enough, you don't, in a relationship kind of guy, I don't want to spend my time around a bunch of other men that are single, still sliding through women like nobody's business. Yeah. Girls coming around all the time. That's just asking for the wrong kind of attention or crowd. Right. Especially if you want the relationship to work. And that's the same thing with like her friends too. Like if they're on like some single stuff, whatever, they're all going out to the club, every girl's like, drink shots, whatever, find a guy, do whatever, it's cool. You want people that's in the same type of time. Like we try and find couples. Yeah. But we were just having that cracking up joke. It's hard. It's hard now.
Finding new couples.
Because like we've never been in this position where we're like, oh, let's go find some couples.
Right, the way you described it a couple nights ago, when you were like,
so
what do we
funny.
look like? Like,
going to the club
like...
as a couple, like, you guys look like a cool couple.
Right, that's creepy.
Let's hang out, you
right.
know?
So for the most part, I guess we're kind of gonna let it happen to us naturally, but
yeah, we want it to happen naturally, organically. Like we never want to force a couple's relationship. No.
But I thought that was important to mention too, just like advice to young couples, especially because sometimes I think that people don't think that friendships are as impressionable or take a toll on your relationship the way it does and can sometimes. So I thought that was important. Just be mindful of it. It's not saying cut anybody off or, but it's just like as you're growing in this relationship together and trying to establish this foundation, having the right friends around you who are like-minded is important.
Yeah.
So we gave y'all a lot. I feel like we gave y'all a lot. We really didn't even touch on all the questions. So maybe we can do these Q&As a little bit more often, but really hope you guys enjoyed this video.
Really hope you guys enjoyed it. Because, I had fun answering the questions.
Me too.
It's pretty organic, raw. I know we
bounced so many places.
And we chilling hard right now.
I like this though.
We low-key chilling super hard. Hopefully you guys can still vibe with us. But yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. Really hope you guys enjoyed. If you don't already know, I'm Hydrated Hero. She's Isimeme Edeko. Together we are Josh and Isi. Now you can follow one of us. You can follow two of us. You can follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again.
Peace.
Love.
What's up?
Wow.
What's up?
Wow. Peace, love, head grease, and we out.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, new video.